Hi guys, Kian here again, and in today's lesson we're going to be taking a look at the song Rebel Girl by Angels and Airwaves. So this is going to be an acoustic version of the song, and it's going to be using some easy strum patterns, some easy chords as well. So it's going to be perfect for the beginner out there. To go alongside this tutorial, I've created a little cheat sheet that you can download from the description below, or it'll be in the comments as well. And that'll lay out all the chords, all the chord progressions and the strumming patterns, all that good stuff. So go check that out down below if you're interested in that. So you won't need a cap over this version. This is going to be in standard tuning. And like I said before, there's going to be some nice easy chords. There's going to be no bar chords, just all open chords. So what I'll do, I'll just name those chords quickly now, and then if you know how to play those chords, then skip ahead. But if you don't, then stick around and I'll just go through quickly how to play those chords. So in total there's going to be 8 chords. One of the chords you can just going to use it very quickly once, just a passing chord, and then one of the chords it's based off another chord, you're just using a different bass note. So in total there's really only 6 chords that you're going to use for the majority of the song, and those chords will be a C major, a G major, an F major, an A minor, an E minor, a C major over an E bass note, and also a D major chord as well. And then the final chord, which we'll just use very quickly, is this B style chord, but it's just going to be a passing chord, but I'll get through that when I get to it in the actual song. I won't go through it now. Like I said before, if you know all those chords, skip ahead to where I'm going through the chord progressions and strum pattern, but if you don't, then I'll just quickly run through them now. So to play this C major, it's going to be muting the lowest 6th string with your thumb, or just not playing it at all. It's going to be 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and then 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then your 1st finger will go on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Everything else will be open. Next chord will be this G major, so it's going to be your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and there's 2 ways to play this. The way I play it, I mute this 5th string with my 3rd finger, or traditionally I should say, you put your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, 3rd and 4th will be open, and then your 3rd finger will go on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and then your pinky finger will go on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, I should say. So that's going to be a G there. Next chord with this F major shape, so this you can play as a bar chord, but there's 2 fairly easy ways to play this. You can play it without a bar, but I like to play it with just a little bar. So the way I play it is going to be muting that 6th string with your thumb, and then your 3rd finger will go on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 4th, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then I like to bar the 2nd and 1st string on the 1st fret. Or alternatively, you can just play the your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string and leave the 1st string open. So there's 2 variations on that F there. The next chord will be an A minor. So mute that 6th string again, the 5th string will be open, your 2nd finger will go on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, your 3rd finger will go on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, your 1st finger will go on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and then the 1st string will be open, and that's your A minor there. The E minor will be 6th string open, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then highest 3 strings will be open, and that will be your E minor there. The next chord will be this C major with an E in the bass. So before the C major, you were muting that 6th string, but for this one, you're letting that 6th string ring out. That's going to be a C major with an E in the bass. The next chord will be this D major shape here. So when you're on this C major, simply move it up 2 frets, and again muting that 6th string, and the other strings will be open other than the ones you're fretting, and that's going to be a D shape there. So getting into the strumming patterns for this song then, there's effectively going to be one strumming pattern, and that's going to be 8 down strums. And the way I'm counting this when I'm playing the chords is it's going to be a 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 sort of pattern. So it'll be 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2, and that's the way I'm going to count it in my head when I'm playing this. But effectively that's going to be 8 down strums. And then certain sections of the song you're going to be doing that palm muted, so it'll be just like that. And the only difference obviously is just your palm muting instead of open strumming, and that's just going to be resting your palm and sort of the bridge area towards the bridge of the strings, and then playing the chord as normal. So getting into the chord progressions then, the song's going to start off with an intro, and the chord progression for this intro is going to be C, and that's going to be 1 time round that strum pattern. And when I say 1 time round, I mean 8 down strums. So, and if I say 2 times round the strum pattern, that'll obviously be 16 down strums. So like I said, that intro will be 1 time on a C, 1 time the strum pattern on a G, and then 2 times the strum pattern on this F. So that chord progression there will go on 4 times for the intro. So the first 2 times you can do the palm muted version of the strum pattern. So and then the second 2 times you can open it up. So and you might know as well, when I'm doing the strum pattern, I'm adding a little up strum at the very end just to move into the next chord. So it'll be just a little up strum just to move into the next chord, just to give it some movement. But you don't have to do that, you can just do the straight 8 down strums. But that's just a little thing of note that you can add if you want to. So moving into the verse, the chord progression is going to be exactly the same as the intro. But you can do this whole verse palm muted if you want. That's the way I do it, and that gets close to the song. Or you can just do open strums if you want as well. But it's effectively just going to be the intro again. That's C, G, and F 2 times, going around 4 times. So moving into the chorus, the first chord is going to be this C over E, and that's going to be 1 time around the strum pattern. And then the next chord is going to be an F, and that's going to be 1 time around the strum pattern. After that you go back to a C, and it's going to be just a normal C major, so you can mute that lowest 6th string, and that'll be 1 time around the strum pattern. Then to a G, and that again will be 1 time around the strum pattern. Then you go to this A minor, and that'll be 1 time around the strum pattern. Back to an F, which again will be 1 time around the strum pattern. Back to a C, and that'll be 1 time around the strum pattern. And then to a G, and that again will be 1 time around the strum pattern. So what I'll do now is go for that intro, verse, and chorus, just so you can get a sense of what that sounds like with the actual lyrics, and then I'll get on with the rest of the song. And I should note, actually, before you get into the chorus, you can do a little 1 2 3 just normal mutes. So and then get into the chorus like that. So off this F, and then into the chorus. So it should sound like this. After that first chorus, you get into a little post-chorus, a little instrumental section, and that's just going to be the intro chords, so C to G, and then 2 times on the F, 2 times around, and it's just going to be using the open strumming pattern. After that, you can get into the second verse, and that's going to be exactly the same as the first verse, so you're going to be using the palm muted, and again it's going to be exactly the same chord progression. So after that second verse, you're going to get into the second chorus, and this time it's going to be a double chorus, so you're going to be playing that chord progression for the chorus 2 times around. So after that second chorus, you get into the solo section, and the chords for that are going to be an E minor, and all this is going to be using the open strumming pattern. Then to an F for 1 time around the strumming pattern. Then to a G for 2 times around the strumming pattern. Then to an A minor for 1 time around the strumming pattern. Then to a C major for 1 time round. And then you go to this D shape for 2 times around the strumming pattern. Then after that solo section, you go straight into the bridge. So the bridge is going to be using an F as the first chord, and that'll be 1 time around the strumming pattern. Then you go to an E minor for 1 time around the strumming pattern. Then to an A minor for 1 time around the strumming pattern. Then to a G for 1 time around the strumming pattern. Then to an F for 1 time around the strumming pattern. Then to an E minor for 1 time around the strumming pattern. Then after that E minor, you go to an A minor, and that's 1 time around the strumming pattern. Then after that A minor, you go to a little run, use 3 chords. So it'll be this B style shape, which will be muting that 6th string, first finger on the 2nd fret, the 5th string, 4th string and 3rd string will be open, and then your 3rd finger goes on this 3rd fret of the 2nd string, then the 1st string will be open. So what you're doing here is hitting the B once, hitting the E minor once, and then hitting that D. So the whole run will be, and then you can hit that D a further 3 times. So what I'll do now is just play quickly through that second half of that bridge, just so you can just see how those chords fit in that last bit. So that will sound like this. Come my way, come my little girl, come back. Do you wanna? And then from there you go into the chorus. So just clarifying that last bit of the bridge. So it's 1 hit on this B style shape, 1 hit on the E minor, then one hit on the D, and then a few hits on the D before getting back into the final chorus. So what I'll do now is go through that solo section and then the bridge section. And I should mention again that all these chord progressions, all the strum patterns, are all on that cheat sheet I've developed. So if you want to follow along with what I'm saying now, or just have it in front of you when you learn the song, I've got a link in the description and also in the comment section as well. So go down there if you want to check that out. So that solo and bridge section will sound like this. So again, after that bridge section, you go into the final chorus, and that final chorus will be like the previous chorus, so it'll be the chorus chord progression 2 times around. And then after that final chorus, there's going to be a little outro section. So all you're going to be doing is hitting this E minor, F, and then G. So just hitting each of those chords once. So, and that G will be the last chord there. So I think and I hope that I've covered everything here, all the chord progressions, the chords, the strum patterns, and like I said before, all that sort of stuff will be in the cheat sheet as well. So let me know in the comments section if there's any songs you want me to cover in the future. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button as well. I got loads of tutorials over on my channel, so go check that out if you haven't. And until next time, peace out.